know we live in the best place in the world, but even in Australia it gets cool enough in winter to light a fire. Now I reckon fire pits are the new water feature. You don't sit around a water feature and solve the world's problems, but you do a fire pit, whether it be on your own, with your missus, with your family, or when you're entertaining. A fire pit is a great focal point. You can stare at it for hours. I call it nature's TV. So the easiest way to make one is with an Adbri product called AB Courtyard. And we're using the York, which is the smallest one, so it's nice and light to work with. And if you get 28 of them, you can make a perfect circle. So do the maths, twice 2 high, 28 times 2, 56, plus some capping stones, and we'll be done. I've got my mortar mix down. Now you can do a weak mix about 6 to 1, 6 parts sand, 1 part cement. Take your time, it's probably the longest step of the process, and it's the one that you want to get right. You want it all on the one plane, nice and level. Once you've laid a few of the AB Courtyard blocks, it'll fill you with confidence because they truly are a DIY product. If you can lift it up, you can lay it. I like to, after every couple, just put a small level on it and make sure that it's level this way. I know that I've done it this way fine, but I keep my eye on it this way. And if it needs a slight little tap, there's enough give in my weak mix that I can make up the difference. Now if you look, there's 2 different faces. There's the wide face and the smaller face. If I wanted to build a straight line, I'd alternate. I'd have a wide one, then a small one, then a wide one, then a small one. But if I want to create this circle, all the wide ones face out. That way, it's a nice gentle curve. And just for a little peace of mind, this is how you can check to see if you're doing the right thing. I've gone straight across my circle, bubble, slap, bang in the middle. It's important that you check in a couple of different directions to make sure it's all level. The good news is we're almost on the home straight. I know it doesn't look like much, but we've done all the hard stuff because now it's simply copying the same process, and the only place you can put your block is in a stretcher bond pattern. You can't put it directly on top because it just doesn't sit there. So technically, you can't get it wrong. And if you put them in place, and what I like to do, just with a stiff broom, make sure everything's spotless, and even check the bottom of your block, because the tiniest little pebble will cause them to rock. And the head of course goes on just as easy as the other 2. Now I've laid them all out, they fit perfectly. I've made sure my stretcher bond is continuing in a straight line. All I need to do now, unless I never want to touch these guys, is take them off one at a time, grab some either landscape liquid nails or fast grab, 4 even blobs, blob's a technical word, put them in, give them a little bit of a love tap, and move on to the next one. And I've got a nice core 10 steel bowl to go in the middle. Now, the reason why we've built all this is purely and simply for safety. Fires are magnets to little kids, so you want to make sure that you're super safe when you're lighting it up. Now, I'm going to check this for level. And we're ready for a fire, but at the moment, I'm sitting way too close. So this is purely for safety. And another reason is if you made a fire bowl that was as big as what we've done here, you would chew through the firewood and it'd cost you a couple of $100 just to fire it up. This way, 3 or 4 logs at a time, and you've got the right amount of flame to create the right amount of atmosphere. And to dress up the floor, I'm just using river pebbles. You can buy it at any landscape supply yard for around $75 a tonne, and they look fantastic on the floor. The best thing about both these little jobs is you can knock them over in a weekend. The fire pit one and the little wall the next. And it doesn't matter whether you got all your friends and family or just your best mate with you, sitting out here having a little marshmallow. Well, it's as Aussie as. And it puts a smile on my face, and I hope you do it in your backyard, and it puts a smile on yours too. Sorry Dan, too much sugar mate, but they're good for me.